everybody. Happy New Year. Blue Jacket 66 here for a quick video. Down in my mother's basement where I'm here for New Year's. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. Picking up a few of these things, few of these Bowman extension sets that on Mike's video we're going to hand out. 20 to 25 of you wanted a set of that. I'm going to get some some wax from the 80s. He wanted some wax. So I'm just down here, you know, some of my dad's old stuff just right before me. I mean, these are all just, he's got incredible stuff just sitting around. But I wanted to talk about the card that you saw there on the promo, which is the 1916 M101 for Joe Jackson, Indianapolis Brewing Company. The M101 4 and 5s were produced in 1916 by a printer named Felix Mendelssohn, who was in Chicago at that time, and he made a set, I think, of 200 cards that were primarily blank backed. There was also a large portion of them that had the Sporting Life magazine ads on the back, and they were loaded with cards. You guys know the Ruth card. That's his Ruth rookie there, that M101 4, you know, the one where he's pitching in the Boston uniform with his foot kind of hanging off the edge of the card. So those are the M101 4s and 5s. I think the M101 5s actually came out before the M101 4s. The 5s came out like in January of 2016, and a little later in the spring, the 4s. The only difference is a little bit, I think, the numbering on them, and maybe some of the print at the bottom. Not quite sure. Also, the M101 4s tended to have some ad backs. I think there's 18 different ad backs on that set, and some of them are incredibly rare. You may know some of the ad backs. There's a Sporting Life, there's oh shoot, what else? Joyce Brothers, Mall Theater, what, the Hopplesheimer. Nonetheless, about 18 different ad backs on them. They're incredibly rare. And one of the ad backs out of that set is the Indianapolis Brewing Company. Now, if you look on PSA's population, it looks like they made one set. And who knows what happened. If Felix Mendelssohn printed a set and ad backed it for the Indianapolis Brewing Company and set it to the head of the company, and that's the only one ever made, I don't know. On the registry, a couple of the cards have a population of 2, but I wonder if it was a resubmission because they're very near each other in their grading. But so the one I have is the Joe Jackson in Indianapolis Brewing Company, 1916. It's a 1 of 1. It's the only known copy of it. It's in a PSA 4. I got it many years ago. And interestingly, right after I bought that one, a Cobb came up for auction, and boy, I wanted that one too, but I just kind of completely, you know, blown the bank on that Joe Jackson, so I didn't get the Cobb, and it's a huge regret. The partial set, somebody has that Indianapolis Brewing Company partial set. You know, I think they had like 70% of the cards, and they sold that at Heritage last fall. The Ruth, which is a 101, sold last fall for $250,000. So I own the Joe Jackson, Shoeless Joe Jackson. It's a cool card. And I'll show it to you, and if you look, you will see that that's a classic Charles Conlon photo. If you guys don't know who Charles Conlon is, Google him. He was a photographer, pre-war photographer there in that Deadball area, and was the premier photographer. You know his pictures from the 33 Gaudi, number 92 Gehrig, and the 144 Ruth. What about that famous picture of Cobb sliding into third, dust or dirt flying, etc.? That's a Conlon photo. He's the most prominent and well-known and famous early deadball photographer, Charles Conlon. So this photograph of Shoeless Joe Jackson is a Conlon photo. And I zoom in on it and show you the upper half, and you'll immediately recognize it as that is the same picture as the 1914 and 1915 Cracker Jack Joe Jackson. So that's the photograph. The original Conlon photograph was made in the M101 4 and 5 cards, of which I have a 1-on-1 on, and that's the same photo that they did the painting or whatever to make the Cracker Jack. So more videos coming. I plan on cranking up my subscribers past, I want to blow past 500. I think I have what I'm going to have in my giveaway. I'm ready for a new year. I'm ready to do a response to Mike O's 3,500 subscribers. and I'm ready for everybody's subscriber count to fly out and for us to get this community on a huge roll, and I want to do my part, whatever I can do to help with that. We're going to have a big national this year. So let's take a look at this. The 1916, it would be an M1014 Shoeless Joe Jackson with an Indianapolis Brewing Company add back, only known copy in existence.